Once upon a time, we just had heartburn and people suffered from a little bit of indigestion. These days, a lot of things have become medicalised, and we talk about gastroesophageal reflux disease, or GORD. Sounds a little bit more technical, but a lot of people really just still have a little bit of indigestion or heartburn. Now, there's never been, up until probably now, a sort of reflux or heartburn diet. I recall in medical school days that efforts were going into finding a sort of diet that you could take if you suffered with heartburn, but there was never really anything. People had different ideas of what worked for them and different foods to avoid, but nothing really to follow. And the whole approach to treating heartburn has been one of reduce acid within the stomach. Now, I should point out that we need acid within the stomach to help us digest our food. But if we have too much, or it's in the wrong place and it's going up into our esophagus, that's where we get the symptoms. So the approach has always been to reduce stomach acid, generally with medication. Now, some people in America have come up with what is a really good idea, and it's one of these things that I wish I would have thought of, and that is a low-acid diet. So they're thinking about the sorts of foods that we eat based on their pH. The normal pH of the human body is around about 7.36, so we're a little bit alkaline. It makes sense then that we should be eating more alkaline foods. Now, these people have also come up with a cookbook called the Reflux Cookbook, and no, I'm not an affiliate, I don't get any money for plugging it, but it's worth Googling. Alrighty, you can find a lot of information about acid and alkaline foods. In simplest terms, vegetables are alkaline, whole grains are fairly alkaline, and so are legumes. Chicken is more alkaline than fish, which is more alkaline than meat. Most sugary foods are acidic. Caffeine tends to be a little bit acidic. A lot of processed foods are acidic. And one of the interesting things is that the amount of acid we take in through our diet is increased because federal laws in different countries have mandated that the amount of preservatives that goes into foods to keep them from going off requires them to have more acid. So, can we do some simple things to help our digestion and make us less acidic? The answer to that is yes, and it's a focus on alkaline foods. You can Google it, it's fairly simple to follow, and a spin-off is that eating a diet that's got lots of vegetables and whole grains, some chicken, not too much meat, and some fruit is actually pretty good for you from a lot of perspectives anyway. Get health tips from me and more on your iPhone. Visit the App Store or go to ihealthcoach.co.